And welcome to Fangs for the Memory. Okay, guys, so you've all had messages back from your fixer saying that you need to meet Mr. J at the club Midnight Skins at midnight. Midnight Skins is in the Renton area. It's actually quite a decent club, but it's known for being very goth.
No, that'll be really interesting as Kasa is incredibly pale.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So it's known. Sorry, without any rolls needed, you'd be able to pull this off very, very quickly and easily. You know, it is it's a gothic creatures of the night club with big inverted commas around creatures of the night or quotation marks.
I believe they call them Fangs. That's what they're there for.
That's the one.
Cue title screen.
So, basically, the meet is at midnight. Unless anyone wants to do anything major over the course of the day, we will jump to you all heading to the meet. If I can know where you're coming from, because obviously Renton is quite a nice area.
I'll just summon a spirit at sometime after sundown.
Yep, that's fine.
So I just need you to throw some dice.
Yeah, I'd probably do the same. I also have to try and get a cab pretty early.
Cat?
I'm broke.
Alright,
Can you throw me 4 dice?
Yep, I'm just typing it now.
Oh, okay.
Did you say you needed to know where we live? Or, like, if we're
Are we doing in order, or do we just say it?
I'm going to do it in order. I'm just doing the dice
Okay.
for Kasa. Yeah, so if we'll start with Halberd and just basically where you're coming from, because obviously if you're coming from deepest darkest barrens, you might run into checkpoints and such like. And also what time you're planning on arriving at the club. Whether perfectly in time for the meet, or if you want to be there at any specific time before.
I will be wearing my auctioneer business suit. I'll be coming from Columbia, the bad part of Columbia and downtown. I'll be arriving on my Suzuki Mirage motorcycle, and I'm going to try and get there a half hour early so I can get into the bar and drink.
Yeah, I'll show up a little bit early. Also in my Suzuki Mirage. I'm not in the Barrens, I'm in Breer, which is like north of downtown. Snowmish.
Yep, that's fine. No problem at all.
I'm gonna get my my fixer guy to call me a cab because that's what he usually does. So, however early he decides to try and get me there, it's kind of what I'm up to.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want to be there at a specific time, then you need to tell your fixer that. Otherwise, he's going to get you there in time for the meeting.
Yep, that's basically what's going to happen. He's not exactly the best fixer. and he's just happy to have a Shadowrunner that knows less than he does. So probably only like 5-10 minutes early, just because of the way taxis go, and I'm coming from Auburn.
Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So, basically, arriving at the club, it seems to be quite a big converted warehouse in one of the less so nice parts of Renton, but still good. And oh yeah, sorry, I forgot 4 MP as well, didn't I?
Did you? Fine. What did you forget?
Where you were coming from, I thought.
Oh no, I'm from. I was coming from rear.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So anyway, Stoneheart's coming from Everett. He'd want to get there half an hour early if possible, but he's going by cab, so who knows. I have what I'm carrying. He'd get outside, make his customary prayer to the spirits that he survives this, and he grabs some dirt, rubs it in his hands, like on the gladiator.
Okay. Not a problem. So when arriving, as I say, everyone will see this. There's actually quite a big queue outside. There's a couple of fairly hefty-sized orcs on the door, but all done up in black, white shirts, and everything quite loose and flowing and very presentable. Across the front there is like a velvet rope that, as they're letting people in, they're lifting one side of the velvet rope, and those people are stepping through. You don't even need a perception roll to spot this, but there are certain people who are walking straight up to the front of the line, bypassing everybody, and being let straight in.
How long does How long does it look like the line is going to take to get in?
The line, you'd say that the line could well be maybe an hour to an hour and a half. This seems to be really quite popular. And looking through the line, you can see some people that you don't think will probably even be let in. They're not dressed the part. They don't look like they fit in. And yeah, there could be people turned away.
I got like 150 new yen that hopes that I can get in. So I'll walk up front and try and grease the palm of the bouncer.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Well, can I help you?
Yes, I need to get in. I'm expected. I have a meet with somebody who's already inside.
I'm sorry. And what was the name of the party who was expecting you?
Quick AR to the fixer. Asking him the name, if he knows the name. Hey Ted, do you know the name of the fixer here? I mean, of the Johnson we're supposed to meet.
Johnson.
Okay, just making sure. So then I tell the guy, yeah, I'm here to meet Mr. Johnson.
Ah, well, please step through. The coat check is just inside on the left-hand side.
And I slip him the cred stick, and I walk in.
There is no need, sir. Thank you.
Then I will save it because I am broke.
I'll do the same. I'll probably.
Although I don't tell him
I walk up to the bouncer and like, I'm here to meet a Johnston. A Johnson?
Please, yes, of course. If you like to step through, sir, the coat check is on the left-hand side as you go through the door.
I say Dankeschön and walk through.
Yeah. At this point, you probably, after seeing two people walk in saying that, I just like, you see my head slowly poke out of the line, and I'm like, oh shit, those are my guys. And I run up to the bouncer, I'm like, me too, and I just run past him into like following right behind whoever just entered.
Okay, he will move to intercept.
I won't like try and like dash past him or anything like that. I'm just kind of like following behind. But yeah, I'll stop.
Excuse me, where do you think you're going? Back in line?
No. I got a meeting with Mr. Johnson.
You should have said so. Please come through. Coach check is on the left-hand side.
Yeah, go more calmly this time. Big scary bouncer.
Is this an exchange that people can easily hear, or is this a?
You don't believe so. Certainly, no one else is trying to do the same thing.
Was I able to hear it, or?
Give me a perception oral.
Before we get into the meeting, could you roll 6 dice for me?
Yes, Kasa could hear what was being said.
All right. In that case, she will get out of line and attempt what is supposedly working with her very little social acumen.
Dan, could you roll 6 dice for me real quick?
Yeah, what is it for?
It's to resist the drain. Before I left, I summoned the spirit.
No, you can roll that.
Okay.
You just do just your standard /roll 66 and list it up as resistant drain.
Should have had you roll it.
When you're doing things, can you just write what you're rolling for as well?
Okay. So I took a point of
roll?
drain.
Okay.
That roll was for the resist drain for my 4/6 Earth Spirit.
Yeah, that's fine. You are taking drain.
I took 1 drain, yeah.
Okay. So yes. So Kasa again. If as you get to the front, big orc stood there. Good evening, ma'am.
She'll kind of just give us a slow nod to him and point to the inside at wherever whoever went just before her mentioning the Johnson thing.
Me.
Yeah, but she doesn't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, you. What is it that you want, ma'am? Are you with some party?
Johnson?
You should have said, ma'am. Please come in. Coach check is on the left-hand side. Once you are through the door,
She will go inside and ignore the coat check and just wear her armor jacket, because why am I turning over things to you?
Stone probably would have turned over the jacket.
Okay, so basically, as you get inside, what you can see is lots and lots and lots of red velvet.
Oh God.
Basically, all hanging from the walls is all red velvet curtains, sort of flapping and breezing. In terms, there doesn't actually appear to be a coat check. What there is a rack of lockers. All running down the side, and then at the far end of the rack of lockers, there's sort of like the billowing red velvet curtains are concealing a further entrance, where a very pretty elf stands and another large orc is stood just off to the side, trying to look inconspicuous and not doing that bad a job of it. So he's obviously
damn it,
there,
another
but
elf.
he's not trying to go and smack or get in people's way. You notice a couple of people that were let in just before you. One of them goes over, puts something into one of the lockers, closes it, and basically takes a magnetic key for the mag lock and slips in his pocket, and they're just and they head on through. The elf lady bows slightly to the person who slipped something who put something in the locker, and seems to hand him something.
Yeah, and if there's an elf lady at the coat check, I probably would not give my coat anymore because I don't trust elves.
No, got a racist.
Makes sense.
She'd probably pick my pockets or something. They're looking for me.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, as I say, you saw one person put something in. You couldn't tell what it was because they were already putting something into a locker, and obviously getting the magnetic key. There didn't seem to be any charge for it or anything. And you've seen two people just go through with the lady bowing to one of them.
So survey the place, look for somebody who looks like they're waiting for people.
There is the elf at the curtain entrance, and a rather large orc trying to look unobtrusive just off to her right-hand side.
Okay, well, I will address the orc and say, are you Mr. Johnson?
Please, if you would like to speak to if you'd like to speak to Ariel, she will be able to direct you in the right direction.
I sigh. I look at the elf and I say, Johnson.
Of course. May I take a name?
Stoneheart.
Okay. Of course, Mr. Stoneheart. It is plinth 3 that you are requiring. And with that, she gives you a little bow and hands you a small gold-coloured card, and opens the curtain for you to step
So
through.
fancy.
How are the people here dressed? Like the people entering when I was standing out in line?
Oh, it's they were all blacks and whites, and basically think any emo goth club you've ever been to or seen on the TV, and that's what you've got.
Okay.
It's
So I approached the
all
elf.
of you stand out like a sore thumb.
The only thing I got for me is the fact I smell like damp earth, probably.
Yeah, Kasa is probably the only person that even comes close to looking like she might fit in here.
Well, my
Yeah,
character's
definitely
wearing
go, please.
pretty dark clothes. I don't know. But I approached the elf and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for Mr. Johnson. And while she's like getting the card out or whatever, I'm just kind of looking around like a lot of people in cosplay here. It's kind of weird.
And if I could take a name, please.
Oh, Amp.
Okay, please. It's plinth 3 that you want. You get neither a bow nor a card.
Damn.
I don't even recognize that. My character's not very socially aware, and he thanks her and kind of walks in, just kind of looks around, finds it.
I will cover that as we get everyone inside, so I don't have to do the same description 4 times over. Anyone? And so we have Halberd and Kasa remaining in the entry
Yeah.
foyer.
Oh.
the being in a much smaller area, I imagine she would just awkwardly follow behind the people that she is very clearly here to also meet.
As you are approaching, the elf's eyes go slightly wide, and you get a very, very deep bow, and are presented with a gold card.
She kind of shrugs and takes it. She doesn't.
Plinth 3, madam, and opens, and the curtains are pulled back for you to step through.
I guess after seeing this, sorry, what metatype is Kasa? Like, what does she look like?
Human. She looks very much
human?
like the picture here.
Okay.
She does have albinism, so probably a bit paler than what is actually represented there in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, probably.
You
once I've seen
definitely
this-
fit in being pale.
Yeah, as I said,
You don't have to use the makeup.
Kasa seems to fit in better than any of the rest of you.
Irony.
Probably just seeing this very pale white human walk in, I'm probably like, you know what? I've met enough people in the shadows. They're probably one of them. So I'll probably walk up to the elf and say, "I'm here to meet Mr. Johnson."
Certainly. And the name, please?
Halberd.
Okay, if you'd like to go on through, it's Plinth 3. Again, you receive no bow or anything offered. So, stepping through, you basically enter into a huge open space. Running on your right-hand side, more or less the full length of the wall, seems to be one huge great bar area. On the left-hand side, it's basically a huge dance floor area, and rising out of the center of the dance floor are 3 columns with platforms on the top, labeled 1, 2, and 3, and that's in descending height order. Looking at it, on each of the platforms, there are people up on the platforms. There are stairs running up from front and back. So directly in front, as you look onto them, there are stairs running up from the bar side, and then there are stairs running up on the opposite side to that. What you do notice is that at the base of each stairs, there is again another velvet rope across, and you see what appears to be some people trying to make themselves noticed at the bottom. And on the plinth 1, you see someone at the top point down at a person, and they are summoned and allowed to go up the stairs. There doesn't seem to be the same sort of clamour of people around Plinth 3. There are still people, and there's certainly no one seems to be being picked or brought up. Could I get visual perception checks from everyone?
Yeah. Oh. 4 successes.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, so Albert, it's a room full of people dressed in what appears to be black and white, and there's some people up on some show-off platforms. Amp about the same. The Plinth 3 is definitely the quietest of the platforms.
It is.
Same for Stoneheart. It's definitely the quietest of the platforms. Can't really. Kasa, there are definitely 4 people sat up on a table, around a table up on the top of plinth 3. However, the side towards that you are looking has a very large sort of sofa setup, and you can't actually quite see the far end of the table, the left-hand end of the table. Other than that, there are 4 people that you can see: a female, a dwarf, male, female human, dwarf male, and 2 human males.
Yeah, if that's...
If you were describing me, by the way, I am an elf. I used my picture for Roll20, so you guys can see now what my character looks like. He does cover his ears, though, with his hair. He's not really proud of anymore of the fact that he's an elf.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go try and enter wherever we're supposed to go. Room 3 or whatever.
Plinth
Yeah.
3. It's I'd say that these are big columns. That plinth 3, the shortest one, is a good 25 feet up in the air.
So we have to go up?
It's up. You basically they are basically huge, great. They're just plinths that are sat with a platform on the top of them and stairs running up from 2 sides.
Okay. So I climb the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're heading towards the stairs, basically you notice that as you go up the stairs, a dwarf male is coming down the stairs. He surveys you and he nods, and the velvet rope is lifted aside by a couple of humans that are at the bottom. They appear to both be dressed very, very similarly, human females, in what look to be black lace cocktail dresses. You are gestured up.
Yeah, I'd probably follow behind. If there's anyone sticking out of the crowd, I'd probably follow behind them, assuming that, I recognize them, or kind of think that they're my buddies.
So the most technological person looking here, is there anyone with cyberware?
Oh,
Cyber
yeah.
arms, obvious?
I have a giant pink cyber arm.
Okay. I probably pull out my comm link and look at you and point at it.
I have a cyber hand, but
I go to reach into my bag, and then I think better about pulling out a cyber deck, and then I'm just like, here's my comm code, and I read it off to you, and just kind of
I'm
follow
watching.
behind you like a lost puppy. For the
Aren't the
watching-
decker supposed to handle the setting up the DNI?
Yeah, I guess oh yeah. All right, so yeah, I'd probably go about setting a DNI up. I have like the cord plugged into the back of my head from like my backpack, just like the cord's running up, and I call you and set up the DNI, and if I find anyone else, I'll set it up with them too.
Just Stone doesn't really like to bother himself with techno crap.
Yeah.
So, is anyone not going up or doing anything before they head up?
I want to grab a beer, or the closest thing to a beer.
Yeah.
Space-
Yep, you can get a beer. It'll take you probably 2 or 3 minutes to get served.
As long as it doesn't make me late, I think I'll be fine then.
So arriving at the top, what you see are seated around the table. There are 5 individuals. At the head of the table, which wasn't visible from below, is a human male. He's tall and skinny. I'm not sure if any of you guys will actually recognise the name, Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. But if anyone has watched any British home improvement shows or gardening shows, you'll know exactly what he looks like.
No idea.
Okay.
I know the name. Oh, him?
Yes. It's not that far off the picture that's up there, except the hair is a bit wilder and curlier, and the clothing is even more outre. It's all lace frills at the cuffs so he's got like a black long, 3/4 length coat with white lace frilled shirt with the frills coming out of the sleeves of the black coat, and completely over the top. Could I get perception checks from everyone, visual again, now that you're up on the top as well? It's the jacket itself you think is probably crushed velvet.
What a douche.
There are
I mutter under my breath, another person in cosplay. This is weird.
I will address him and say, Sir Johnson.
Yep, I will get that. There are two other human males who are trying to mimic the dress style, but it's quite obvious that they don't have the money to spend. There's quite a burly dwarf, the one that headed down the stairs and nodded to let you all up, and he's not. He's probably the most practically dressed out of the lot, but still it's all black and white. Big heavy combat boots on, and finally a human female, and she's pretty, but very pale, very young, black billowing silk dress. What you all do notice is all of them have protruding canines, fangs.
Okay, big question. With my 2 successes, does the guy at the head of the table sparkle?
No. Really?
All right, just making sure. I wasn't sure.
That's only in the sunlight.
Yeah, okay, we'll figure it out later. I grip my flashlight. No, I don't. But yeah, over the DNI, you just hear me say, is there like a convention in town? Why are these guys dressed like vampires?
Please, the guy at the top.
It's the thing to do.
Thank you so much for coming, gentlemen, and madam, please do sit down. I have a bit of a problem that I could really use your help with. You notice that the sounds of the club have muted somewhat as you've got onto the top of the plinth. They haven't disappeared completely, but they have muted. Please, just order whatever you'd like to drink using the keypads. Basically, there's a large oval table. On one side of the table, there are the 2 males, female, and the dwarf, all sat on chairs that are semi-ornate. At the head of the table, sat on a large ornate throne, is the guy who's talking, and then there's like a comfy, high-backed sofa on the opposite side of the table, which is empty. Please, just order whatever you like. It's all on me.
What's the most German-sounding thing? What sounds the most? Say that again. Sorry.
Just whatever you decide you want to order.
I will have some sort of cocktail that is not at all a flashy cocktail, but still is a cocktail. But not very alcoholic, but alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean Lynchburg lemonade. There you go, done.
I once watched this movie called The Lost Boys. I don't think I'm gonna take what he's offering to drink.
Yeah,
he's telling you to order it on the touchpads from the bar.
I think I would order like a something non-alcoholic. Well, maybe a glass of milk.
You will get a glass of milk, and you will get real milk, not soy milk or
I
anything.
never had real milk.
Yeah, it's real milk. It's real alcohol. It's when your drinks arrive, whatever you've ordered, it's real. I mean,
Yeah.
there is not a drop of soy or any other artificialness about any of this. As
Can I
your
get
drinks are delivered,
Can I get a large cup of coffee to go then?
you can put in an order and see what happens.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Yes, as I said, my name is Hugh Lenhart. I have a bit of a problem. And I understand that you are the type of people who could help me with said problem.
I just kind of like leaning against my hand on the table. I'm just like, you try turning it off and turning it back on.
I turn to him, look at him like, this isn't a computer, geek. I also glance at him like looking for a deck or something. Or
Yeah.
maybe like,
There's like a wire sticking out of the back of my neck that leads into my like satchel. And I kind of sit up what you said. I'm like, never mind.
Yes. So let me tell you. As I said, my name is Hugh Lenhart, and my group of acolytes. We call ourselves the Walkers of the Night Path. We are all obviously not vampires, but we all have over the years fallen in love with the romanticism of the vampiric lifestyle. The problem that I have is that two of our founding members have been brutally and horrifically murdered over the last 2 nights. I understand they have been beheaded and their blood taken. I'm actually fairly certain that it's someone I know who is doing this, and I want you to stop him before he can possibly get to me or hurt anyone else. I don't care how you stop him. I would prefer that, obviously, it is he serves punishment for his crimes, but I don't want to get involved with those ruffians in uniforms. It's not my scene. So let me tell you just a little bit about this. So I set up this group, I suppose, about 5 years ago, and there were 4 of us originally, are all friends, and one of them is this guy. He calls himself Night Fiend now.
Night Fiend. Just so I heard that right, Night Fiend.
Night Fiend.
Howard sort of rolls his eyes a little bit, not as trying to be as least noticeable as possible.
I say, how are your friends killed, if you don't mind me asking?
He mentioned a beheading.
I understand that they've been beheaded and blood taken, but I do not know exactly. But this Night Fiend, I mean, I knew him as Jason Jews, and he truly loved the tortured ideal of the tortured soul of the vampire. And unfortunately, he's also he has told me he is magic. I do not know myself. I have never seen any evidence of it, but he has told me that he is magic. He is a mage. And over the years, Jason became more and more obsessed with becoming a real vampire. And it was quite obvious that he has become more and more mentally unhinged. Yes, well, I suppose about a week ago, it all came to a head, and I threw him out of the group when I found a notebook that he had dropped, where he was detailing some ritual that he had written that involved taking the heads and blood of the other members of the group, and that would enable him to become a vampire.
I furrow my brow at the mention of a notebook and the archaic writing utensils.
So, you know, I want you to stop him. I want him to serve punishment for his crime, because it seems too much of a coincidence that now two of our other founding members of our little group are both dead, and I believe beheaded and blood taken. I mean, I've not been at the scene and what have you, but certainly this is what I have heard. And
Can I make a... Sorry, on you go. What were you saying? Sorry.
It just seems too much of a coincidence.
Okay, well then.
Sorry, can I make a biology test to see how difficult it is to get blood out? Like, blood was drained from the body, correct?
He said blood was taken.
Taken, just not drained. Never mind then.
He said he doesn't have police reports or the full details. This is what he's heard.
So, anyways, what you've told us, and with the fact that you look fairly well off, I think we're gonna have to talk about the brass tacks.
Yes. So, I mean, it is for this, as I said, I just want him stopped and to serve his punishment. So, for each of you, I have 8,000 new yen, which I have placed in this this thing your friend told me called escrow.
Where did you say put it?
Escrow. It's an account that lets you. He doesn't have access. We don't have access. But if we fail, he gets it back. If we succeed, he doesn't get it back, and we get it. It's kind of like
so it's just a
third party.
It's basically it's a specialist third party system.
Anyway, so I'll tell him, I was gonna be like, well, sir, 8,000 is pretty low for what you're asking here. I mean, it doesn't sound like a easygoing type of guy. I mean, rip their heads off. That sounds a little like he's got something going on there. I think we're gonna probably have to ask for even 10. I think that sounds better.
Okay. Make me a negotiation roll. You can have +2 dice on that.
Okay, that's good because I'm defaulting.
I have I have negotiation 1, but I have 3.
Well, I have lots of charisma, but I do not have the skill. I dropped it to get more edge. But I'll tell you what, since I dropped it to get more edge, why don't I use my edge on that?
Okay.
Two. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, I gotta roll 1. Gotta roll 2 more. Yeah, 2 successes.
I'm gonna do a matrix search for whatever his name was, Night Fiend or whatever.
I suppose that what you say it's probably fair. I shall add another 2,000 into the escrow account.
I appreciate that, as well as my fellow comrades here.
I was told that you would you would want an image of this Jason. Unfortunately, I don't actually have anything other than this. And he places a piece of paper, real paper, with a drawing
I pale.
on the table.
Is it a good drawing?
It's stunningly good drawing. I mean, yeah. If anyone has any form of knowledge art, they are welcome to roll it.
Is this like a 16th century painting that he ripped out of a frame or something like that?
As supposed to be able to be seen in the mirror or on cameras, so we agreed that none of us would ever take pictures of the other. So I have drawn this likeness for you, as it is the best that I can do.
I see. Well, well, actually, probably D and I would probably go. And is everybody acceptable to terms?
Yeah, I'm totally down with it.
Okay. Well,
Let's
I
go
look
vampire.
at him. I say, sir, you have a deal. I'm Mr. Technology. There will handle the information aspects.
I give the thumbs up. And I jack in.
So making your matrix search on Night Fiend
Yeah. Or his human alias, either one.
or his human alias doesn't bring back huge amounts. Let me just find the right page.
Now it's just a matter of waiting for the coffee.
It doesn't bring back huge amounts. Yeah, there's various mentions of a guy who goes by the name of Night Fiend. That he seems he probably is some sort of spell slinger type, but you don't really get much more than that. It's not something that seems to be a huge amount of data on the matrix.
That's a bummer. Who's sitting next to me? Actually, I need to kind of know that a little bit. Like, are we on big sofa?
Yeah, a velvet sofa. I don't know. You probably have to do a random roll to see who's next to you.
It doesn't matter. Well, whoever's sitting next to me, I probably my head's currently in your lap because I've just gone unconscious because I'm in the Matrix.
That's got to be me
If
then.
it's on Halberds. Sorry.
That could be Kasa.
Yeah.
She'll just kind of look down at your head, and then probably kind of put her hand through your hair and just kind of pick your head up like a basketball and kind of push it off to the other side.
Could I have some perception checks, please? General perception.
Oh, come on.
I'm getting some awesome rolls right off the bat here.
Okay, so for everyone except Kasa, the following comes as a bit of a surprise, really. Kasa, as this head is flopped down into your lap, you catch in the corner of your eye, having been listening and talking to the Johnson, a flurry of motion from the stairs behind the four sat on their mini little thrones.
Did you say that was only Kasa that saw that, or all of us?
It's only Kasa.
Okay.
It's only Kasa. As basically you see, and Kasa, that flurry of motion is two two guys running forward with knives and attacking. One of them attacking the girl, and one of them attacking the one of the human males. There seems to be perhaps more coming behind.
Like coming in through the door?
It's not a door. This is a completely open platform
Okay.
above the.
Well, only
above the
Kasa saw it, so I'm waiting for my coffee.
So basically, could I have surprise rolls from everyone?
Is that
Would you-
reaction plus interaction? Sorry.
Yes.
So,
I throw dodge down because it's the same thing and it's my macro.
hold on, where's surprise?
God damn it.
Surprise.
Surprise. Kasa is
Is very much not surprised.
I was about to say that because with your perception, Kasa actually has 2 extra dice for her surprise roll, but
Yep.
she really doesn't need it.
I accounted for that dice in there.
Amp, you're actually unconscious in the Matrix.
Oh. Well,
This happened
that is a
as your
bummer.
head slumped into Kasa's lap.
Yeah.
And then it was
Okay.
promptly slumped over the other side of the couch like, meh.
Yeah.
Half
So,
over like arm.
Basically, as Kasa just goes boom and more or less slams your head across in the opposite direction, she catches this.
No, I know exactly what I want to do in this situation. I have many things I wish to do, but
I'm currently waiting for my coffee, so
When
Uh, So
yeah.
initiative from Kasa, and
my dodge roll is my I got 3 successes on my surprise roll.
okay, and so because I was going to say because you can't roll a dodge because you didn't know what was coming.
Well,
Yeah.
dodge is the same thing, so I just
it's the
use
same
my
dice
macro.
pool.
Yeah, no, I realise it is the same dice pool. So yes, an
Oh.
initiative from Stoneheart as well.
So I'm not rolling initiative.
Who was that asking?
Halberd.
No, you're surprised.
Okay.
Damn.
Right.
I probably should have taken my. Nah, it doesn't matter. It's too late now.
Because
I'm not
mages are fast. 9 plus 3d6 is pretty good for a mage.
You're not a. You need to be a Sonic mage, then you can go fast.
Yeah, Stoneheart won't take drugs, so that's like the easiest way to get initiative.
Which is
drugs.
exactly what I do.
So
It's a shame I don't. All my drugs are in pill form. They take like 10 minutes to kick in.
You should just take better drugs.
Yeah.
Take jazz instantly. That buzz.
If Stoneheart sees you take drugs, though, he'd probably try and convince you that it's a bad idea.
Well, you see, Rob's other character already convinced me to start taking drugs.
I don't know what you're talking
After
They've
about.
already tried to convince me.
After watching a dwarf Decker dodge a ghoul, I was like, yeah, I'm going to start taking jazz. My initiative's awful.
Drugs are great.
drugs are great.
If it matters, though, currently I do have a spirit on guard for me.
Knife boys. That's my favorite.
Or I guess it actually
Yeah.
requires a service to have say guard, although I probably would have. I should have said it beforehand. But he's definitely there.
Is Knife Boys also the name of the new trio that just came out?
I now have like a version of Bad Boys stuck in my head, but with Knife Boys.
Knife Boys.
I have no idea why, but just music keeps constantly just going through my head now.
That's the theme music we get for this scene.
So since I succeeded in my surprise test but failed in my perception test, am I basically able to react, but only when I gain perception of them?
Basically, you will be able to react because Kasa will have reacted before you. So, providing Kasa does
Okay.
something to make that aware. Otherwise, yes, you won't be able to react to them because you're not aware that they're there until the knife actually potentially hits one of the others.
Wait, did they jump up the platform?
No,
Kind of came
they
running
came
up.
up the other stairs.
Okay.
The stairs behind the people sat opposite you. So there's a set of stairs behind you
Yeah.
and a set of stairs on the opposite side, and they've come up that.
Okay. Well, let's hope you don't get our Mr. Johnson killed.
Nah, I got this, yo.
Believe in you.
That would be a really fast run.
Yeah.
It
Drunk
would be.
dies during the meet.
It would be. So first up, we have Kasa.
Awesome.
I pick his pocket, get the money.
It's like, well, he's dead now, so I guess we just get paid. So you said there are 2 people who are coming, like, running up the stairs?
So there are 2 people that burst through the top of the stairs with knives out, running. One at the woman and one at one of the other men sat opposite you, and you definitely caught at least 2 more coming behind them.
This area up here, how wide is it?
It is approximately wide. It's sort of a big sort of hexagonal plinth platform on top of a plinth. So across, it's approximately 7 meters from one side to the other.
Okay, just doing a quick check on how big of a force I need to put into physical barrier. Alright, so I won't do it that way. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little crazy here, because what I want to do is fling a bunch of spells. Because that is
Reckless
what...
spell casting. Gotta love it.
Nah, not reckless, just splitting dice pools. Because
Okay.
splitting dice pools
Yep.
with magic is super crazy.
Oh yes. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be messy for her. So we're gonna do. I guess we'll just do these all at force 4. So I want to levitate the 2 guys that are attempting to stab these people, and I want to throw up a force 3 physical barrier up the place where they are coming.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure how well this is gonna go.
Well, I'm looking forward to
You
this.
got edge?
This could be very interesting.
Oh. And they're force 4 levitates and force 3 physical barrier, because that is what makes it the most minimum of drain codes.
Yep. So just remind me, levitate. What's the to actually do something when you don't want to be done? I can't remember what the. You got
Strength plus
the,
body.
Strength plus body. That's right. Yeah.
Shoot, I was on mute. I just said it all before you guys. Dang it.
I'm going to do one roll for the both knife boys, just to
Sure.
keep things moving quickly.
Hopefully they screwed up. Yes.
Yes, they certainly do. So in terms of that, you are amazingly able to start levitating the front 2 knife boys, drop a physical barrier across the stairs.
It's
which
only
blocks-
a 3 meter wide thing, so I don't know.
But these stairs are only wide enough for 2 people to come up at a time.
Excellent.
So it's more or less, it's slightly wider than a normal set of stairs in a house.
Wonderful.
So you've blocked off the last 2 that have come through, but there are 2 other knife boys that were behind the 2 that you've levitated.
The ones that are coming up.
So there's 2 that are now have just hit a barrier and gone, what the fuck?
And
There's 2 that are just through the top of the stairs, and there's 2 that were taking swings at the 2 people and are swinging but floating in the air.
Yep, I feel like that's enough for me.
Yes, Stoneheart, there has been more than enough to go on that you do not require an initiative roll to spot that there are now other people on the the platform doing things.
Okay, first I take a simple action to command my spirit in astral space to non-lethally defend everybody near me. And then I reckless spellcast clout on one of the non-levitated members. I'm thinking this is a direct, indirect, I believe.
What page? Have you got the page reference?
Clout. It's indirect. Sorry, it's basically a stun, a punch.
Oh, yep, I've got it. Yep, so it's indirect. So
I'm thinking. I don't want to take physical drain right now.
It's based on hits, not the force of the spell.
That's true. Okay. Well, it's too late. I already inputted it in the thing.
yeah, I was going to say all you get on your clout is your hits.
So this is reckless. So it's an added 3 drain. Ugh. I took 4 drain. That hurt. But I did a 4/6 cloud on him. Which is going to do.
Well, you got 6 successes.
Yeah, 6 successes.
That's 6 resisted by their it's physical, isn't it? So their body.
I believe indirect they get to dodge.
Yeah, indirect is a dodge.
They get the opportunity to dodge it.
Indirects are basically gunshots.
Oh, sorry, yes, indirect, not direct.
So I might have took 4 drain for nothing, but we'll see. So it hits, so I believe it does 6 stun. It should be resisted by a soak.
Yes, yeah, I'm just rolling.
The force of the spell is the AP on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so minus 6 AP, 6 stun.
So that's So that's 3 stun.
I'm done. I took more stun than they did. That was sad.
So, knife boys. Well, 2 are fighting in the air, slashing ineffectually. One has sort of taken a bit of a knock and is as these 2 are heading towards the other male and the dwarf, and basically taking and trying to slash these guys open.
Can
I see them yet? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I forgot I'm at like -6 for the spells that I'm currently sustaining, so I can't. I was gonna oh yeah, no, I'll totally like intercept and counterstrike the guy. Then looking at I would have like 3 dice for that.
Yeah, you're welcome to try and jump up and do that by all means. I'd love to see it.
I'm just wondering if I can act yet, because there's going to be at some point where I react.
Yeah,
It's just
when the next initiative comes round and surprise is over.
Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. That makes sense.
So once we get through this first turn, then you're not surprised anymore.
Okay.
Well, except for the unconscious guy.
Except for the unconscious guy. Boah! He's got a pretty decent stabby on Mr. Dwarf. Who is surprised, so can't do anything other than soak and take some damage. So you see the one that you didn't smack right behind the dwarf and jam his knife into his back, and there's definitely some blood coming out. And the other one, who you did give a bit of a knock, has definitely taken. He's given a bit of a stab into the other human. Don't see any blood on that one though.
Oh, they're vampires. They don't bleed.
Kasa, you have. How would you like to split up your spell defense?
Let me double check how many ranks she has of that, because I don't think she has 6. So I have 5 ranks of counterspelling. So
Yep.
Probably just all on the first go, just because that's how things usually work. And
if you're at 0 initiative, can you still assign spell defense?
it's a -5 to your initiative.
-5. So no, you've already. You would have needed to declare that before. Okay, could everybody make me willpower rolls, please?
Okay.
Just willpower?
Yeah, just willpower plus spell defense if you have it.
Yep, that is 5 extra for you guys.
Oh wait, I get 5 extra dice?
Yeah, because spell defense.
Okay, thank you. Save my life, baby.
So I get 5 extra dice.
Yeah.
Did you? Because obviously with you can do up to 5 people. Who else did you assign your last one to with 5 ranks? Or did you just keep it to the 4 of you?
Probably the important guy who is attempting to pay us.
I just thought I'd ask, as that's why I said, how do you want to assign your spell defense?
I thought you meant as per which spells and stuff.
No, I meant I was assuming you were going to do everything against the on the first go, because that's normally how it works. Did anyone get less than 4 successes?
Nope.
I did.
Yeah, I got 3.
Yes. Okay, Kasa, you take 2 physical damage as a mana ball slams into you. The effects from mana ball slam into you, and 1 physical damage for whoever got 3. Stoneheart.
Should a mana ball been?
Mana ball's direct, so it's just straight willpower plus spell defense.
Oh, okay. No, I thought it was body, not willpower for some reason.
No, it's not a physical. It's a.
Yeah,
it's a
mana spell.
it's a
Yep.
Yeah.
Did I see where that came from?
You didn't see where that came from.
Wait, do I feel any like effects of anything? Do I wake up ever?
If you got damaged, you should be able to.
I didn't. I did
Jack
not
up.
get damaged.
No, you didn't get damaged, and bear in mind that this is still less than. This is still at about 1 second.
Oh, okay.
We haven't even got. We've literally just reached the end of the first initiative pass.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe someone will, use their free action to DNI me. I'm not going to do that though. Alright.
Okay, so -10 to everyone. Kasa, you are the only person who can do anything.
So simple action will be. Let me double check the powers my spirit has, but it will be to find the mage that cast that spell.
Geek the mage.
Okay, give me a. You're telling your spirit to.
Yeah. So first simple action
Okay.
is yo spirit, find that guy. There are 2 knife guys up here still.
There are 2 knife guys that you're not holding in the air, levitating or blocking with a physical barrier. Yes.
And they could have attempted to shank and break said barrier. I don't know if that is in their wheelhouse.
They could have attempted to shank and break said barrier, but they failed.
Gotcha. Second action is going to be to whichever one of the 2 guys looks like they got stabbed the worst. I wish to attempt to clinch that man.
I guess I'll go put some clothes on.
The one who got stabbed the worst, or the one who's doing the stabbing? Just to be clear.
The one who is performing the stabbing.
Because I thought I would just double check on that one for you. Yes, okay. It is the other side of the table, so you're going to have to come out of your chair, go over the top of the table.
I like the idea of a flying tackle.
So it is, you are close enough to do that, but as you're currently sat, I am going to apply an additional -2 dice pool to the flying tackle.
And your sustaining spells.
Yep. I'm down to like 5 dice for this.
So go for it.
Rawr.
That's pretty impressive. Oh, unfortunately,
Womp womp.
it looks amazing as you fly over the top of the table. Your hands hitting the table and your feet, almost like you were feline, launching yourself forwards and going for the flying tackle. As the guy, sort of with a kind of shocked look in his eyes, manages to just slip to the side.
Any comments about being feline is clearly a rumor, and there's no basis in reality for that.
It's fine. If it gets to the
No,
point, I'll be rolling my parazoology later.
No, that's just, it looks cat-like. in
I know,
terms
I
of
was making a joke because she is a cat.
I know.
All characters depicted are fictional.
Yep. Okay. Your spirit goes. It was a beast, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a spirit of beasts. It would probably just start doing things via sensing. To try and just spot said mage. be able to see the astral signature of the mana ball that went off.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was literally just rolling the spirit sensing
Check.
for exactly that.
Because who knows, there may be other mages here, and I don't want the spirit to be like, you should murder that guy, and her to go, okay.
No. You said find the guy who did that, so it's okay.
Just kill any mages you find. You know.
Are you a mage?
What the fuck?
It was a 4, wasn't it?
It was Force 4, yeah.
Which, what does that make it?
8.
8. I was going to say it is 8, isn't it? The dice roll. Oh, yeah. I smell something, boss. Down by the bar.
All right, well, that'll be interesting for next roll.
And we're into initiative. And those who were surprised are not. Those who are currently plugged into the matrix with their brains going, "Woo, I'm searching for stuff on this guy," are currently plugged into the matrix going, "Woo, I'm searching for stuff on this guy."
Damn.
Because no one has, as of yet, done anything, and you resisted all of the damage from the mana ball.
Oh my
Cut to
God.
me, and I'm just like, you just see me eating like a virtual popcorn, and there's like, you hear some quick Japanese in the background.
This is why I do jazz. Like, I won't have any time to do jazz. Well, I know.
It would be as simple. Then the initiative boost would come in at the end of the combat turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fair. I think I'll be happy.
Okay, 4 MP, 0. Halberd, what was yours?
My initiative?
9.
9. I rolled really unlucky.
Stoneheart I saw was 11. And Kasa, 19. And
I bet you the Decker has the best initiative.
If I ever wake up. Actually, what is my initiative? Oh, I might. Yeah, I might.
okay, Kasa.
So, how high up are we?
You're about 25 feet up in the air on an open air platform.
Okay.
Overlooking the dance floor. The bar area is behind you.
Secondary question is, how crowded is the area directly below where I am?
Stage dive.
It's pretty crowded. You know, but you saw the queues. You knew that there were a lot. There's quite a lot of people here. It's not like so packed it's a mosh pit. It's not that sort of setup, obviously, but there's quite a lot of mods. But there's open spaces as well. People are given room to make their shapes.
Yay, shapes. So, oh man.
So there's a set of stairs behind you that's not currently blocked.
Yeah, stairs are so slow though. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I don't really know how well this is gonna land. Now that I'm no longer sitting and near this man, I wish to attempt to clinch him again.
Okay. You haven't declared you're dropping any of your sustained spells, so you're still, as far as I'm aware, at -6.
Yep. Unless they took down my physical barrier, but I don't know if they.
They didn't take down your physical barrier last time round. They are going to be trying again.
Okay, apologize. I forgot that this was. You know what I mean.
It's new round. Yeah.
So yeah, apparently I fail at grabbing a man's
arm.
We shall see.
I mean, I'd really like to grab the man's.
Just grabbing people, it's weird. Stop it.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to be grabbed in that particular area.
No, that's fine. So she will just kind of, I guess, kind of growl out the word mage, and then leap from the where I am to the ground in an attempt to then close the distance to said mage and perform the badness to him.
Okay. So let's have a nice gymnastics leapy test to do this down 25 feet. So that's 7.5. So we'll call that 7 meters. 28 meters. Sorry.
I'm sorry, you said 28 meters?
No, 25 feet. So that's 8 meters.
I was like, whoa, hold on a second. All of a sudden, things got way more serious than I thought they were.
No, don't worry. I'm not about to make you jump down 28 meter damage resistance.
I mean, I've done it on other characters, but not on this one.
I was going to say, I think that might be a little tough with
17 soak. Yes, that would be very tough.
The geometry of this world shifts.
It's like in an anime, like you look over the edge and all of a sudden it's like whoosh, the part where it gets.
That's the one, Cyber City Oedo 808. that did that a lot.
Get the little teardrop on your forehead.
Aww.
So I didn't expect anyone to actually leap. So I'm just double checking the you've cancelled out 4 meters, definitely.
I believe it's anything over 3 meters, and then that number minus.
So 5.
Yeah.
I think it's
Very
5.
good.
So he takes 1.
Yeah,
I think.
1 meter on a standing. No, that's.
I mean, I'll definitely.
Then I think he gets to soak it.
You'll definitely
Could be
need to do some soak, but it's only a couple of boxes.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, because basically with that, it's a pretty decent leap from the beginning.
I mean, if you would give me
yes.
bonus dice for being a cat, I would accept that too.
Yes, yeah. Well, if you've gone into cat form, absolutely.
Wait, you're a cat?
He's a thundercat.
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, don't understand. Me no likey. Okay, so that's Kasa doing that. Next. Yep, okay. And Stoneheart.
Okay, first of all, I commanded my spirit last turn, so he probably would have materialized this turn, or last turn, as soon as I commanded him.
Last turn, yeah.
So this turn, he's probably going to go punch in one of those knife boys.
So,
But
yeah, roll your spirits initiative.
I'm just trying to realize: do spirits can they do stun damage in combat?
It would have to be a cool shot.
Unless they have, what kind of spirit is it?
It's an Earth Spirit. It's a 4/6 Earth Spirit. So it's going to be a 10 dice.
You need to roll
attack.
initiative spirit.
Okay, so 12, 11, 2d6. Yeah, that's his initiative. So he goes before me.
So the Hero Lab is mentioning it as just like a normal unarmed attack is still base of...
Which is what they usually are, I think.
Is still base just stun damage.
Okay, so this is his attack. On probably the nearest knife boy.
Okay.
I really wanted to take that guy with me over the edge, by the way. I hope that was very clear.
I figured that you actually planned on using him as the softener between you and the ground.
God, dude, that's like some WWE shit.
So does he dodge that?
I'm just typing it in as we speak.
Okay.
No, he does not dodge that.
6, 12,
14 stun.
14, yeah.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Or no, I don't roll 14 for it. It's 14.
It's 14.
I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah.
Again, is...
By the way, I have Spirit Whisperer. That's why he's 4/6. Just in case anybody was wondering. I don't know if anybody cares.
I don't know anything about magic.
No. And down he goes. Thump.
Okay. Now it's my turn, and I'll spend a free action DNI the Deckard. Wake your ass up. There's shit going down.
All right.
Yep.
And then now I have another question. Probably somebody can tell me if I have a weapon focus on me, but it is the staff. It is currently
simple action activate.
It's wireless, so I could probably free action.
But no,
expand it. But the question is, do I need to? If I go astral, do I actually need to expand it, or does it automatically come with me? Can I do it there?
You would need to activate it before you went astral, but
for it to actually be there, yes. So you still need to activate it, otherwise you wouldn't have it.
Then in that case, I will spend. Could you use a simple as a free? Because you only get one free, right?
Yeah, you can downgrade.
You can downgrade. Absolutely.
I'm gonna pull my staff and expand it, and then my other simple action.
Well, no, because if you pull your staff out, that's a simple action.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'm done.
Just expand in your pocket.
And I'm gonna declare my spell defense, and minus 5 my. That leaves me at 6. So I still have so I'm losing my next. Or no, that puts me at 1. Damn it!
If you declare it on your turn, it doesn't cost you initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm declaring my spell on our group.
Given that you spent a free action, but given you downgraded, I'll actually let you have that as a second free action with your other simple to declare that.
I have. I'm protecting our group, and if he casts a combat spell, it's 15 dice. Oh, yeah. Just on the first spell that comes in.
It's your skill, not your dice pool for spell defense. If you were
not your dice.
If you were dispelling it, it would have been your full dice pool.
Yeah. If you're giving spell defense, it's whatever your skill rank
8
is.
then. If it's combat spell. 6 if it's not.
Yep. Okay, so that brings us to Halberd.
Hey, right, I need to figure out what I'm doing because wait, what's my reaction? So a quick draw test is my reaction plus my weapon skill, threshold 3.
Yep.
8 dice to hit reaction, to hit threshold 3.
I believe in you.
Go for it. I mean, come on. If Kasa was able to cast 3 spells simultaneously and leap off a thing while sustaining said spells,
So yeah, sorry, I'm
we
just
all
looking.
believe in you.
I'm just trying to find the what exactly the quick draw thing does. I think it means I can fire as well, but I'm not entirely sure.
It does. If you are successful, then the gun. If you are drawing a gun, then it is in your hand and you can use it on the same.
Right, let's hope I'm lucky.
If you get less than 3, you can still draw it, but you can't use it. And if you get 0, then or glitches.
Let's
then
just
it's
hope you don't
still
glitch it and fumble it
Oh
over.
yes!
You can indeed quick draw.
I quick draw my Ares 75. Sorry.
Yep.
Who's up on who's pretty close to me that I could probably just pop in the face?
Okay, there's one stabby guy who Kasa tried to grab and take off the side of a plinth but failed, who's over the stabbing the dwarf. There's 2 stabby guys floating in midair, kicking and slashing at nothing. And there's 2 stabby guys that are trying to get past something. Well, they're trying to get out of the stairs that you can see in front of you.
All right. Howard has
And then obviously there's the Johnson and his 4 friends.
Howard has a
And
mentality of protect the
The
principal.
Johnson's just sitting there letting us do it.
Yeah. Howard has the mentality of protect the principal. So the closest stabby guy, I'm gonna. So it was a simple action to draw my weapon. Sorry, what? Take aim is a free action or a simple action? I
Simple.
want to say simple. So I could still make the simple action to take aim, and I'm going to take the +1 to my dice pool, and I'm going to shoot him. The closest, not the Johnson.
You can't do a take aim on a fast draw. If you're
Can I
fast
not?
draw shooting, you can't do take aim because it's
That's fine.
if out and shoot.
Shoot
Yeah, that's
the gun.
fine. So yeah, I'll just roll my. Do I get the negative for attack defender? Sorry, what is the defender and melee or something?
No, you'll be fine on this because he's not currently in melee because he was with Kasa, and Kasa's gone off the side of the platform they're on. So he's got to return to melee with whoever he wants to choose to return to, and you're quicker than him.
Return to melee with bullets.
I was going to draw my spear, but it's too much hassle. Just a sec.
Are you using Stick and Shock or AVDS?
I'm using regular ammo.
Oh, okay.
Nah, let's see what happens. So that's 11d6.
+2 from my smart link integrated to my brain eyes thing.
13.
4 successes, that goes to 10p.
Oh, he gets to dodge it.
Okay.
No, yeah, if you don't.
As a quick question, was that gun silenced?
Ares 75 is integrated silence.
Yeah, it's automatically silence.
Excellent.
Uh-oh. You're not gonna have fun when I wake up.
Okay.
9p has. 8p take.
Okay, so he takes 8p. Yeah, he's not looking happy.
Good.
He hasn't quite gone down, but he's really, really not looking happy, and his eyes have definitely focused on you.
I still have a simple action left, don't I? Because the quick draw and shoot was one action.
Yep.
I would like to take the second simple action to do some jazz. I think it's a simple action.
Point your saxophone.
Yes. Is it? If you've got to pull it out, then yep, that's fine. If it's in easy access, you can.
Yeah, it'd be in my pockets or something.
So yep, simple action. You can take jazz. That'll take effect at the end of this round. So at the end of this order, so you'll get to have your jazz bonus from next round. Instantaneous. So at the end of this, so you can roll it at the end of this to see.
I'm okay to roll the addiction and stuff now, or.
Yep, roll your addiction.
5 successes, not addicted. And roll the 2 extra d6. Or do you want that done?
Yeah, you can roll extra d6 because obviously that will change where you are in the next round of. No, because you're on 9, so you won't get anything.
I get +1 reaction from my.
Yeah, you get it, but because we're at
Yeah, it would be only in its
at
10.
minus.
Yeah,
Minus 10. So you won't get anything for this round, but you'll obviously have it from next turn onwards.
that's fine.
Acolytes and knifey boys. So there's knifey boys trying to break down a barrier. A knifey boy who's staggering all over the place and trying to head round towards Halberd, and the acolytes are basically screaming at this current point. So breaking the physical barrier is just its strength versus
Just
the barrier rate.
Just a normal melee attack. The barrier gets no dodge, and then the barrier 6.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, guys.
Yeah, after this combat, I think it'd be good.
Oh,
to take a break.
after this combat, it will be break time because believe me, I need it as well.
Almost 2 hours in, and we're just at the meet. That's kind of funny.
There was a run that was a while ago that happened with a similar thing. It was one of Alan's run, like TJ the Shark.
Oh, idiot.
I say we just point to the mage and say, hey, that's the guy that did it, and we punished him. Now give us our money. Oh, wait, he knows the guy that put. Never mind.
Right, so the first guy got 2 successes to try and smash through your barrier, and the other guy.
I think it just soaks with 3 dice.
Yep.
Ah, you idiot. Why my keyboard does this and it keeps putting spaces where I don't put them and then doesn't put spaces when I want them. Right, so against the first attack.
Are they just combat knives? Or
They're not even combat knives, they're normal knives.
Oh god. What are these terrible assassins doing here?
So
I think they expected a bunch of goth emos and not a runner team.
Running back.
So how much damage do they do?
So the first guy does a massive 4 damage, with -1 AP, which means it goes plink on the barrier because the AP can't even penetrate the barrier because it's.
Well, I still roll soak, so like it. In that instance, I did get 3 hits, so the damage that he dealt was not enough to bring down its structure.
No. So the second guy is where are we? So he does 9p with -1.
Second guy will bring down the barrier. Thank you for 2 dice back.
You now have 2 dice back.
Yeah.
That's that, and Hugh just sits there and goes, oh, and that's as much as he does. Kasa, you here? He's running.
Yep, I'm gonna follow him.
And that's the end of that, which brings us to 0. Nine. Okay, which puts it at Kasa.
So can I see the guy?
Oh, bloody thing doesn't. Give us a perception roll. There's definitely some commotion. You see disappearing through the curtains, and you just managed, as he went through the curtains, you came in through someone sprinting. You think, but you're not 100%, but you think that there was some sort of similarity to something you've seen recently.
Is that where my spirit is leading me?
That is where your spirit is leading you.
Then I will run after him.
Okay.
Do you want an actual running test, or is it something that I can get to in my 20 or my 30 meters of movement?
You won't actually get there in 30 meters of movement. Bear in mind, this is also quite a crowded bar, so I am going to ask for a dodge test to, in effect, be able to just skip through without having to bounce off people. And I'm just going to put a threshold of 3 on that. It's just a way of, because there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if you get a threshold of 3 on a standard reaction initiative test,
yeah, well,
reaction intuition test,
this is gonna suck, because
otherwise you're not going to be able to run.
Nope, I unfortunately am doing the asshole push through a crowd maneuver.
You are, because a lot of people, obviously, when someone flings themselves off a platform 25 feet in the air, do bunch and start to look as well.
We're like, what is going on?
Yeah. So you're pushing through the crowd. I mean, you're getting through. There's no doubt about it. But you can't sprint. But you are definitely making progress. Your spirit is so it's Earth Spirit next. Stoneheart, Earth Spirit.
Are there any knife boys or acolytes left?
Well, there's plenty of acolytes left. All of the acolytes are left. There are 3 knife boys.
I can tell that the acolytes are actively attacking or trying to attack, or
acolytes are being attacked by the knife boys.
Yeah,
then I don't want to attack them. I only want knife boys.
You've got two knife boys that have suddenly seem to have got out of the top of the stairs, and one guy with blood pissing out of himself, trying to get around.
Okay, well, the nearest knife boy then.
Nearest knife boy is the one with blood pissing out of himself at the minute.
Okay, well, I think he's gonna be unconscious now. He might be dead actually, with like 12, 16? Yeah, 16 stun? Is it force plus force plus 4?
Well, he has dodgy first.
Yeah.
This guy can't dodge.
No. Yep, he's unconscious as well. So there are two more knife boys left. Kasa, you hear? He's outside.
It just might be 10 stun. I'm thinking, because somebody told me he had a force, but I think that's just...
No,
Anyways,
no,
go ahead.
he's down because you'd already taken clout damage earlier. He's already taken some stun, so he's down anyway. And that leaves Stoneheart himself.
If I have an action, I'm going to go take a complex action to go... first free action to Del Mr. Decker.
Mhm.
I watch your body, now you watch mine, and then I go and then I take complex action to go astral.
Okay.
Okay, you collapse on the backwards into the sofa. At this point, I'm going to be honest and say that with the shadow runners at the top of the still on the platform, and the mooks, the knife wielders, that yes, those knife wielders are down because they're not going to they're not going to give you any challenge now that everyone is sort of fully integrated. So I'm not going to continue that particular combat. Kasa, you heard he's outside. So Stoneheart,
Basically, I would try and follow the spirit, her spirit, to try and get to him and see if he's actually active.
Okay. Give me a sensing roll to actually try and identify her spirit and know that she's got a spirit.
So 4, I don't think it's aura reading. It might be aura reading.
It's not.
So-
I mean, because basically you
so
don't
4.
actually know that Cass has got a spirit.
That's true.
So to identify the fact that a spirit is chasing someone, so there is a spirit chasing something, you have managed to identify that. You don't know if the spirit is friendly, you don't know if the spirit is chasing the same person, but you have identified that there is a spirit chasing after someone.
Well, anyways, if somebody looks like they're trying to run away, then I guess I might follow them.
Okay. Give me a memory roll. We'll use that to basically try and be able to keep focused on the aura that you've sensed as it's travelling through traffic. And we'll tell you what happens after the break.
Okay, sounds good.
as we've hit 2 hours on the phone call, and
How many? Yeah.
need a bit of a break as well.
How long?
Right, we've been going 2 hours without any break at all, so I'm actually going to say 10 minutes because I need to put the kettle on and
Sounds good.
Sure.
do a couple of things. So it's 15:57 on my machine, so 10 minutes from now, and so that'll be 16:07.
Sounds good.